my friend. I'm not so sure where this one's going to go, but I'm going to start off with this. Started off by watching a video on a YouTuber. I'll mention his name or his channel anyways. It's called Inspired, with the eye being a different color. I think he commonly shows up wearing a cowboy hat, but anyways, if you're interested, got some pretty good stuff there. I like him. But anyways, he talked about how the government pulled in these priests or whatever to talk about UFO disclosure. The government pulled in priests. So, state and government, that never mixes. But anyways, and that's a whole different rabbit hole. So here's one I'd like for you to at least maybe try. Obviously, as I always harp on, everything is your choice. You choose. Period. Anyways, so there are different things like Wright's Law or Moore's Law or, different terms for how fast technology advances compared to, everything else. Except maybe the life expectancy of a fly. But anyways, because if we do the whole cat and dog transition thing like we do for them, fly, boy, every minute would be like 10 years. Anyways, I don't know. So back to the Moore's Law and the Wright's Law thing and technology and how it advances. Well, it has come upon my thought process, in however form it did, that all this stuff, all of it, all the alien technology, as it's spoken to be, the unidentified objects, flying saucers, all that, laser beams, you name it, whatever we got, is ours. It's man-made. It's made by humans. It's made by Earthlings, right? It's made by Earthlings. Not saying that there's not life out there, because I think we'd be pretty narrow thought, narrow-minded, small-minded, whatever, to think that we are the epitome of it all. Because if we are, damn, we can do better, folks. But so this alien agenda, this has started a long time ago, right? Like a long time ago, just like many other things. So if we're talking in the 40s and 50s or 50s and 60s, I mean, think about this for a minute. Henry Ford's very first car was electric. So start at that rabbit hole and progress forward to right now today. This is the year 2026. I know. So the government works with other governments. All governments work together. We used to call them the elites, but we need to really come up with a different name for that, because they are far from elite. We are the elites. The people. I mean, they're elite too in their own way. But negativity can only go so negative. You can only get so dark. You can keep getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Short story. So there's that. So all these UFOs, all this creation is man-made. And why they're wanting to disclose stuff now, this great big disclosure that everybody keeps waiting for, something outside. I'm going to tell you this too. The disclosure is not going to happen from outside. It's going to happen from within if you choose. If you choose to go down your own rabbit holes, I mean, you can take what I'm saying and start there, or just pick your own rabbit hole and go down and start learning. Start learning. If you choose. Again, anyways. So this technology, we've as human beings, as Earthlings, however you want to term it, I don't say mankind, because man is unilateral, I guess, and kind, that's not what we are. Not overall, or at least not entirely. But anyways, So we developed all this stuff, and over time we have perfected it. You know what I mean? It was over 40 years ago that someone in the military's little brother, who I was one of my really good friends, told us that, the neat gadgets and all the inventions we get, all the new upgrades we get and whatever for us civilians, whatever, is 20 years old to the government. It's basically their garbage. So, we think of like cell phones, that's really kind of basically garbage. I mean, long range communications, to the government. Well, they're actually kind of garbage really to us too, because realistically, we should be able to telepathically communicate. Is it telepathically? Yes, telepathically. Mind to mind. You get a gut feeling. That's basically a call waiting. Oh, I think Doug's going to call me. And then, I would get a gut feeling thinking, oh, well, I guess it's okay to call because you got the gut feeling or whatever, or admitted it. I don't know how that would work. I have a lot of things I do not know, but I have a lot of questions. But, so the technology, going back to that, the technology has advanced so far. Look at Elon, he's landing rocket ships. They're rockets. And that technology is kind of old and outdated too, realistically. We do that for show. Because the thing is, we can't leave. We can't leave. We're not allowed to leave. People talk about the firmament or flat earth or this, that, or the other, whatever. It all kind of ties. And those things are all irrelevant. Are those really relevant? Is that going to change how your life is? Whether the world's round or flat or whatever? But we can't leave and nothing can come in. And if you go down, if you're this far into listening to these messages, then you're at least somewhat on a spiritual journey. So if you follow that line of thinking, no religion involved, just belief. So if you have a belief that something higher exists, and ultimately, even if it's just one, but there could be many leading up to the one, right? Whatever your belief is, if one created all things, and he created all things, including aliens or extraterrestrials or whatever you want to call them, So, which takes you down to the the existence that we're in now with the duality. So for every action, there'd be an equal reaction. Or they say equal and opposite, but it doesn't necessarily have to be opposite. Because words, our languages, there's a whole nother subject for you. Our different languages and the different languages internally to each language, and then if on and on, it's ridiculous. Our language is such a hindrance. And by all means, if you're watching one of my videos and you hear me mispronounce something, or my grammar isn't proper, or my wording, or my spelling, bear with me. I'm trying. It's more about the message rather than the perfection of its appearance. Or sound. I always ask for guidance on my wording so I don't mess up too bad and relay an open-ended message or one that comes across as anything other than from love. Because I'm not out to ridicule. There's just zero duality in my life. I see it. I know it exists. It's an observation to me, not an absorption. Not an absorption. I do not absorb it. I do not allow it into my life. You are what your tools are. You are what your supplies are. If my supplies are nothing but love, then what I get to build with is tools of love, or love tools, or whatever, however you want to term it. You know what I mean? If you got nothing but hate piled up over in the field and you want to build something nice out of it, well, it's going to be hate. Just saying. Can't, you know what I mean? Got to sort through your inventory. The UFOs. So if the government gets out ahead of it and they start generating a narrative, they have to make it sound like something that's believable. Like, oh, We never did this to you. We were forced to. Or it was the Greys, or it was the reptilians, or it was this, that or the other. They said if we didn't do it, they'd blow us up. And then start scapegoating and create fear amongst, or animosity, or whatever. Direct a narrative. And as humans have been over the last, I don't know. I know 2200 BCE, right? So over 2,000 years ago. So we're in from zero, negative, so negative 2,000 years ago, to positive, or at positive 2,000 years, right? From zero, if you want to use it that way. So well over, well, not well over, about a quarter of the way over, negative 2,000 years ago. Salt money. There was salt money. Salt taxes. It was a salt tax. We used to think salt was worth something. It had great value. So we're talking lots of time, right? Lots of time. And salt was actually used up into the 1900s. Isn't that amazing? So we're talking 20th century, folks. Ethiopian highlands, blocks of salt called, and I don't know what the name is, amole. Not even going to go there. Anyways, but in the Ethiopian highlands, blocks of salt were used as currency for centuries until the 1900s. According to my research, I don't know. I'm only going to give you the basics, because as with everything, you have to do the work. What I'm trying to do is give you all a heads up, a shortcut, if you will. Because guess what? I'm a fucking loud. Says me. If you think I used a bad word there, then maybe we should have a discussion about what words are and what words are not. Words are merely sounds. It's how they're used. Just like money. Money's not evil. It's not the root of all evil. It's not bad. It's not good or bad. It's an object. That is a human created thing. We can prove that, right? Salt ain't, but that one time salt was abundant. Matter of fact, there was a time when there was a weight for weight trade with gold, according to resources. I didn't witness it, but there's another rabbit hole. Dive down that. See if people actually traded salt for gold, or gold for salt. How do you want to figure it out, right? I guess proper wording would be salt was traded for gold. So pound for pound, weight for weight, Weight for weight. I get it. Gold is pretty dense, so it'd take more salt to get gold. But damn, who wouldn't do that today? I'd go buy me some big bags of salt, go trade it for little bags of gold. And that goes down that whole that we just agree to everything thing, right? So for some reason, they told us something was better to labor for than salt. They told us all these things today. And it's not any outside influence. It's not an alien. I mean, I don't know. I do. Me personally, I do. Me personally, I can't be more firm about my belief in the fact that aliens have not come here to interfere. Say something did happen when they recovered a crash, well, then we reverse engineered it heavily. And with technology, basically it doubles every year or 2 years. I think it doubles every 2 years. Theoretically, of course, but imagine that. So say Roswell did happen. Say that craft actually did crash, and we reversed engineered it, and we kept one alive and tortured the hell out of it, because that's what happened. I'm sure we communicated with it at first because we were scared. It was scary. We didn't know if it could just brain zap us. Then we found out, well, it's kind of regular. And since we've been on doing all these brainwave studies, there's all kind of government programs What's that, Project Black Book or whatever it's called? I don't know. Pick a rabbit hole on that whole scenario. But we communicated with it, learned about it, maybe became friends with it, kept it sequestered. Yeah, no, we won't use this against our people. We won't use it for control. How's that built? How's that go? How's it work? Then out here on the outside, they're telling us, oh man. Well, first there was no such thing as UFOs, and there was big government things about UFOs and research and study, and then they sort of released this information about UFOs. Well, by definition, they're not lying. They've never, ever called them extraterrestrials. I don't think they've ever called them aliens. Their wording, the reporting on it maybe, has called it aliens or extraterrestrials. But the government just says UFO. So if I build something and I don't give it a name, it's unidentified. Take a piece of paper, crumble it up in a ball. Do not give it a name. Just throw it. Boom, UFO or UAP or whatever they want to switch up the terminology. Because now they're playing with words because words are so funny, Unidentified aerial phenomena. Well, yeah, that's still applicable. But in short, people, listen. I know I ramble sometimes. I don't even know what the timestamp is on this. Let's see. 17 minutes. Oh my gosh. All right, listen. UFOs are man-made. There's no alien influence and or outside influence. It's us. It's the United States. It's whatever. The leaders of the country. I'm certainly going to have to edit this because this is just crazy long. But see, I'm trying to make sure I say this with the proper wording. That's why I'm stepping all over my words. UFOs are created by human beings. All the technology that's going to be blamed or attempted to be blamed on something other than human beings is a lie. Kind of. Because, see, this is where them words come in. Yes, we were taught that technology or learned that technology by reverse engineering and doing, See, we were taught to wait. Wait. You suffer. You wait for the Christ to come back. You just don't worry. We got this. We were told that. So we never really exercised our own. You know what I mean? Did you ever hear that you only use 25% of the brain? Well, we were okay with that. Why did no one ask that a long time ago when that was first announced? I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, if anybody hears this, has heard that. And we never ask any questions or that all of our DNA is, most of our DNA is junk. And we were like, okay. Man, stop it. Stop it, people. I mean, or don't. Like I said, it's up to you. Your choice. So, yeah, UFOs, everything that's ever been used against us has been created by those that control us, that we allow to control us, that we allow to manipulate us, that we allowed to word mess with us. You know what I mean? They make up all these words. And it doesn't matter what language you speak. There is a slang in every language, as far as I know. As far as I know, there's a slang in every language. And again, depends on what word you put in front of the other, you can change the meaning of certain things. So there's that. Just, I don't know, keep your head on a swivel. Try to make learning exciting again. Delve into the unknown. Find out what's truly out there. Do it yourself. I cannot do it for you as much as I love you. And I do love you completely. I don't love you somewhat. I don't care if you got a zit the size of Oklahoma. Right at the tip of your nose. I'm not going to reach over and give it a good old kiss. But I love you. You know what I mean? I love you. It's part of what makes us unique. Anyways, whatever you were doing before you started listening to this, I hope whatever you do following appears to you in a better way with new eyes and new enthusiasm. So, anyways, here's a big thing. Whatever's going to come up, I don't know. I'm not, these predictors. That's all bullshit. They can give, for the most part. I know one guy, Tittle. He is absolutely he's a perfect example of the Barnum effect. And actually, I'm going to edit that out and not even mention his name because that's promoting. At least we'll see. I'll leave it in for now, but because I'm just now recording it. But anyways, uh, whatever comes, whatever. Because yeah, see that's the prediction thing. I can predict on a choice level. You choose what you see. It's your timeline, your life. Do what the hell with it what you want. But anybody else that gets this, gets the vibe or synchronicity or whatever, you'll know because it'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.